So a reoccurring issue, one of a few, is a leaky transmission. And I took it to one garage after several frustrating attempted repairs. And they said that there was a kind of a sensor on this side of the transmission that had a leaky seal around it. And I don't really see where that is, and it's difficult to see the leak now. But then recently there was a mystery leak sort of at the forward of the transmission, right about here. And at one point we were driving and we completely lost all the fluid. So finally we had to stop at a gas station and buy extremely overpriced transmission fluid. Now I've got a 4-liter quart in the back, 4-liter container in the back of the car. So I'm going to try to find the leaks or leak and repair it with silicone from the outside. It's kind of a long shot, but somebody mentioned it in the comment section, so it's worth a shot. In starting to check the fluid level, your engine should be warm and running. This is neither, obviously, so I'm going to start it and at least check it cold to see if there's any fluid in it or minimal fluid. Then I will add fluid until I can start seeing some kind of leak underneath, or the first leak, and then maybe fill it a little bit more and see if I find a second leak. I keep destroying the, well, I don't keep destroying, but the plunger on the shut-off start run solenoid, the rubber plunger keeps on getting damaged, and the magnetic mechanism always works. It's never stuck, never a problem. It's just the plunger always ends up with a crescent-shaped chunk missing out of 1/3 of the plunger, and then I have to spend another 1,300 pesos, or about $30 on another solenoid just for that little rubber plunger. So if anyone has an idea why that rubber plunger keeps getting damaged in exactly the same spot every 2 months or so, that's another thing I'd be grateful to know more about. Raining again, but I've got to get this done today. So next I'm gonna pull off the fan and remove the fan shroud to see if the shroud is actually reducing flow at higher speeds. And then that will also grant me access to the crankcase pulley, which I'm going to check the torque on. Drastic times call for drastic measures. I gotta get this done, rain or shine. And it's not gonna be shine today. Alright, well this is getting a bit heavy. So I'm just gonna pull the radiator because that's gonna be much easier to access those fan bolts, and more importantly the crank shaft pulley down there. Alright, there's no longer a running river under the car, so I can get underneath there to undo that bottom radiator hose. And yes, once again I'm going to pull this radiator because once again it's full of only water, as I forgot to double check the tightness on the upper clamp of the lower hose there and dumped all my fluid. So back to water again. So I'm going to pull this radiator so I can easily access the fan bolts and the crankshaft bolt. I'm going to see now if I can remove this radiator without taking the plastic shroud off here. Get these 12 millimeters first. I can probably get that out without removing this plastic piece after all. I've always taken this off, but maybe I don't need to. Due to circumstances, which is being stuck on the side of the road with no cooling liquid in my radiator, this is no longer swimming pool water. Now it's filtered drinking water. And here we go again. idea there was still coolant in there. Thought sure it was all gone. This was totally dry when I got stuck over at Mike's Taqueria. Well, staring at it isn't going to get the job done. Fortunately, I still have 2 of these bad boys. This time I'll be a little smarter about it. Grab a selection of bolts here to plug those automatic transmission lines. Alright, now we got both the lower automatic transmission cooling lines disconnected, and fairly little drama there. That's not too bad. So both are slowly dripping into the 2 cans. Now I'm just going to tilt the radiator back towards the windshield just to get as much of that fluid out as I can, and then I'm going to pull it up. Now I got to get this radiator shroud unhooked from below, which is always kind of annoying. And there's a trick to that with zip ties that I'm not doing right now, which I should. Okay. Okay. Alright, now I get this stupid fan shroud off of here. There we go. That's 10. Okay. Oh, there's only 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there's only 4. I thought there were 6. Yeah, I was hoping to go to the city and grab some coolant today, and test out the transmission leak to see where that's coming from, and if it is still leaking, which is very strange. It's really kind of off and on, and I don't understand at all why that is. Seems like sometimes it leaks, sometimes it doesn't. One thing is true, this Pajero is always giving me video material. Alright, fans off. Now, my suspicion is that lower crank, no, it's still tight. Okay, good. Time to complete this job properly. Here's our pulley lock tool. It says USA on it. Don't know how true that is. Obviously, these 2 pins lock into the holes on the front of the crankshaft pulley. And now we get to pull out our brand new, once again, French manufacturing here, or at least French design, our total torque wrench. And this is the kind I grew up on. I know a lot of people like the clicking ones, but as a kid I started working with one of these, so that's just what I'm used to. And you just go slow, and you go up to, I think on this one it's going to be 250, yeah, 250 or 260 NMs. Maybe, what was it, 230? Oh shoot, I gotta check that out now. Yeah, my guesses were pretty close. So it's 230 Newton, I don't know, Newton metric, whatever that is, NM, or 166 foot-pounds. The crankshaft pulley bolt is 22 millimeter. So I'm just going to turn the pulley until this locking tool handle hits something solid. What's it gonna? Okay, so that's gonna be the front differential support, which is definitely a strong. Okay, now I've locked it against that, so there's no budging there. Now I'm going to grab my torque wrench, being careful not to knock that loose. I didn't do this the first time because I didn't have my torque wrench yet, so there we go, we fit on there. And now I'm just gonna, I can't see the torque. Okay, so how am I gonna do this? I'm just gonna have to look where that needle needs to be. Okay, I'm just gonna cut a little notch at 230, which is right there. Well, it's pretty hard steel. Okay, there we go. Okay, I don't know if that's going to show up on camera, but I've got a pretty clear notch right there, so I'll be able to see when the needle reaches that point. Let's see, I'm not sure how much this is actually going to turn, so I should probably start here just to see what happens. Oof, yeah, I might already have that. Okay. I think I'm already at the 230. That's pretty darn tight. Upper pin first. Now the lower pin. There we go. And just bring that up. There it goes. Now that's again blocking against the other side on the differential mount bracket. This time I'm going to get a cheater bar on here because I'm kind of scared about breaking my knuckles. That's a lot of torque. It just wants to pop out, doesn't it? So that actually bent the tool. So that hit at least 210, 220. The handle comes off. That chintzy little plastic handle comes off. There we go. Now we're talking. Okay, starting to get a little Mad Max here. Get some pre-torque on that. And reach down here. And I'm going to try to hold the bottom tool from slipping out. There we go! Oh, now that is 230. Oh, good. This little plastic handle just came right off of there. Well, didn't just come right off, but I pulled it off, and now I can get some torque on there. So now I can feel good about driving without my pulley falling off. So apparently I had already gotten that to at least 230, if not more, just with the with my ratchet and a cheater bar previously, but I couldn't be sure. All right, got the fan back on. Get this back in without damaging any of the fins. There we go, that was pretty smooth. There we are. Radiator back in, shroud removed. Now let's see what happens above 100 kilometers an hour. See if it cools better or not. We're testing a theory of some posters on the channel that the shroud actually reduces flow at higher speeds, which is where I'm having cooling issues. So we'll just test that theory out, see if it works. Actually, I think that is our washing machine. Yeah, it's exactly, yeah. That one probably works though. 10,000? 10? What are we doing today?
Oh, we're going to find some clothes.
Yeah.
For sexy platform.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah. But first, I'm going to put some coolant in the old Pajero. And do this craziness again. Here we are again. This time I'm going to tighten my hoses so they don't start with 4 and see what happens. Again, not recommended. Always a bad idea. once again I burned my face off. That guy wants how much for that Isuzu? I think he said 300,000 pesos. And it's pretty tired.
For real, 300,000 pesos?
I think so, yeah.
That's already ugly.
It's pretty expensive for that, yeah.
It's already used. Yeah.
Very, very used. Alright. Check out this place. Once again, I'm doing this for about 2 weeks now. Everywhere we go, gotta do this. Doing this with one hand. Jean-Paul Gaultier. Mr. T. If you want, yeah. Corn dog with mozzarella?
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Did they have mustard?
I am not sure.
What do you think, babe? What do you want?
I don't know.
You want only lechon or what?
It's not onion. Oops.
I think so.
You wanna try?
If they have mustard,
Filipino
if they have
corn
real...
dogs.
You think it's Filipino?
Let's try. Look at this. Very fancy. Soju.
Soju! I know it was stupid, but I didn't want to be stuck with a car full of people in a city. But half my face is kind of burned right now. But the engine's running better and cool. That's good.
Amazing.
Oh, you see it? Yeah. All here. Feels like a sunburn. Anyway, don't do that. Hey, babe. I think she's asleep. She's asleep. So, wake her up.
Wake up! Seriously?
That's a good one.
Was that a good spanking?
That was a good spanking, yeah.
That's a good one.
What you got there? Huh?
Merci.
Okay. Just stabbed him right in the eye. Huh? Right in the eye.
This is the best, one of the second of the best Merci I've ever had.
Really?
Yeah. Because
Well, that's saying quite a bit. You've had many.
some of the milk tea shops here, they only put water and the powder flavor.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's disgusting.
And this
Like,
one?
how you can call it milk tea?
Okay.
Put water and
So it's not too sweet then?
this is sweet, but
Yeah.
the flavor is good.
Ah. Good. You ready for our dress up challenge? Each one of you has to find a dress and shoes.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. That's why it's going to be kind of a mad rush. Whoever finds the best first. That's the challenge. So we've been here for about an hour. Hot. Hey, babe. If you thought the minute you stepped outside of your house there was something that was going to kill you, would you come here?
Huh?
Would you risk your life to eat this food?
No.
So 2 hours, and we got 1 corn dog. So I think we're going to go ahead and cancel, and then we're going to head to Panglao. And Mr. T is completely KO. Well, when it comes to food, we are not in Thailand, are we? Good.
Party.
This is a case where the food is exactly as good as it looks. What do you think, babe? Do you know what it is, or you don't know?
Squid?
Linda, what is that?
I think that's a squid, no? Squid. Yeah, squid.
Ah, squid, yeah.
Red squid. Ah.
From where? Oh yeah, the squid one, yeah. I guess that kind of makes sense.
What is it? The hideout part.
Hideout?
Hideout. Hello, sir.
Ano man, nakaya niya ako.
How is it? Good. Yeah, I think it's good. So what's next? Is that a dress or a I think we got a match. It's good with the heels. Not bad, huh? Natural. Nice. Ooh la la. There we go. Pajero life again. Where are we going, you guys? Ooh la la.
And this is John, and he's going to try our hot sauce tonight.
Hey John, you ready for that? Okay. If you notice, the bottle has 2 X's on it, right? What do you think?
Yeah, it's better than the one that I tried.
Ah, I think we have success. Okay, let's find out what John says. Let's see what John says. There we go.
No, it's not spicy.
Huh?
It's good.
Yeah,
Taste the calamansi.
Yeah, you still taste it.
it kind of hits, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
spicy as well.
Here we are, ooh la la. We're gonna do a spoon challenge. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to die.
Cheers.
Cheers. Salut. Santé. Pajero. Is it masarap? Is it sarap or masarap? Masarap. Hey Frank. Frank, they say it's not just sarap, it's masarap.